Three important things for an owner to consider choosing a pet food. This is an overwhelming decision for some owners. There was a recent survey saying that some of the owners found the choices almost more than they could cope with. You go into a pet store or a grocery store and there's just hundreds of different things they could choose. So the first that I would say for any owner is to make sure that the food that they choose is complete and balanced. What we mean by that is that it meets the nutrient requirements for a dog or cat. There's 37 for dogs, there's 40 of these for cats. So this isn't something that an owner is going to be able to do by accident. So they need to be able to read the label. It should say someplace on it that it's complete and balanced, or even just complete. And then they will know they've met what we consider at least a minimum standard for the quality of a pet food. The second choice that they need to make on this is that it's the right food for their pet's age, for its activity, for how overweight or underweight it is. So for instance, if it's a puppy or a kitten, it should be fed a puppy or kitten food. There are foods that say they are complete for all life stages, which means they're good for puppies and adults and older animals. Those foods by necessity have to be made for a puppy or kitten because that's right now what we consider the most demanding life stage. So when you're growing, you need more of some certain nutrients. That diet may or may not be appropriate for an older pet because their requirements can be very different from those of a puppy or kitten. So that would be the second. So the first is that it's a complete diet, that it's balanced, it has all the nutrient requirements, that FEDIA, the organization that sets those requirements for Europe, that it has all of those. The second would be, is this a food that fits my pet? Is he growing? Is he older? Is he overweight? Is he very lazy? Is he playing with the frisbee for half an hour every day and maybe needs a few extra calories? That's not the majority of our pets. Most of them are not that active and maybe have too many calories. The third requirement, and this may be a little harder for an owner to know about, is the company's reputation. Is it a big company that's able to do their research and quality control? Some of the smaller boutique companies can be very good, but it's more difficult for them to have the quality control of a larger company where they test the ingredients before they even arrive on the plant that manufactures them. They test the ingredients as they go along through the whole process of making the pet food so that they have quite good assurance of the quality of the nutrients, that they're meeting the nutrient standards, that there's no contamination of bacteria or yeast in the food, that there's no foreign material in the foods. So that would be kind of my basic recommendations that I usually make to people, that they look for those three aspects.